Hello class, welcome to my team handball unit. This unit, the students will have the opportunity to explore a new sport that has skills and rules that carry over from other sports such as basketball, ultimate frisbee, and several others. Students will gain an insight on the Olympic sport. Students will explore the history of the sport. And the unit goal is to stimulate students, get them excited to play the game of team handball. Here are student learning objectives, their big ideas, and content standards that we can cover. Students will be able to perform different types of passes, such as a bounce pass, an overhand pass, and underhand pass. Students will understand the rules and games of team handball. Students will be able to perform skill assessments on other classmates, specifically on an overhand throw. Students will be able to practice these skills and explore the sport in depth. Students will be able to communicate and learn different positionings in the sport and learn strategies to defend and score. The hope of the class is that you learn the history of the sport. Questions such as, when did the first women team handball team get to play in the Olympic Games? What specific skills do you need to be successful in this game? Learn how to analyze a classmate and how to improve them and coach them up. And at the end, hopefully, we have a chance to play a full game of team handball with our classmates with the skills taught. Now, exploring this website, we have lots of opportunities to have and explore online tools. I want to quickly go over the assessments real quick. I believe this gives us a large scale map of what can be taught. There's a entry level survey that I would like the class to get started with. There are quizzes, there's a peer self check-in, there's a lead up activity, there's a diagram to fill, there's game like scenarios, and then the final would be students grading each other and seeing if they grasp the skills. I think the first thing to do is a survey, and it's very interactive. It's here and available. You're able to select these, answer these simple questions. There's no right or wrong answer, and it's a very obvious choice to answer this question with very excited. So yeah, assessments. There is a rubric of the final is shown here. Basically, grab this assessment and you grade one another as a class. You buddy up and you see if they can form these skills during a game-like scenario. It's very common for students under a game-like scenario to lose the technique that was taught in class, but the hope is that they understand how to perform under pressure and really master the overhand throw in the game of team handball. Now going back, there are lessons that lead up to all these fun things. The lessons are as follows. Lesson 1, clicked here, is a basic lecture on the app of Prezi. It's a very interesting app that allows this information to be taught. Students should be able to fill out most of the assignments just by going through this Prezi. Yes. So as you click around, you can jump in right away with the video of seeing the game of team handball. Okay. And then you have a lecture with questions. You have information about the history and sports. You have lots of questions that get students engaged. You explain the rules, and there's pictures. And let's go back to see if this video works. Okay. Yeah, moving forward, there are lots of quizzes. There are rules that can videos. Yes. So quickly in that example, it just kind of gives you the breakdown of the rules. In addition, there are skills specifically that students should be able to master and learn. There are positions that Team Handball has to offer. And yeah, there's also a fun aspect of Team Handball with competitive shots. Competitive trick shots that I find interesting that will have students at a higher skill level be interested in learning these shots. Yes. So that is the basic prezi of a team handball lecture. Lesson 2 gives students a chance to really not just listen to the lecture, but answer questions that stimulate their thoughts. So team handball web size. This is a simple worksheet that gets students engaged with links and ways to really grasp the history, the knowledge. Alongside that, on lesson 3, there is an awesome Venn diagram students get to do. It's a very interesting and more of a free choice. Within this assignment, I believe that students will compare and contrast different skills needed for team handball and a sport of their choosing. Uh, yeah, it's very, in a way, basic, but it's also a good way to understand how this game works. The three skills that team handball and basketball share are dribbling, passing, and pivoting. A footwork skill. Basketball has a shot with an arc. They have layups and a rebound. Team handball, they shoot with an overhand, they catch, and they move in open space. This assignment is really good just to break down basic skills and key elements. And the hope is that students are really engaged with that. Yes, lastly, I believe are the resources that students may be able to access and use. Yes, overall, the hope is that this Team Handball unit can stimulate students and really get them engaged in learning in an online classroom. I think the conclusion speaks of it really well. And yeah, thank you class for listening. I look forward to any comments or feedbacks. I do apologize for the Prezi's first video not working. It worked originally. Thank you for your time.